comfortable, and they're the ones going out on the offensive early on. And it will be Luminosity on attack one more time, to a bit of my surprise.
Yep, very much indeed. And I mean, Ascent immediately heading into it. We're not even taking any breaks. There's no stopping. There's not 1 minute where we're gonna not deliver the action. Luminosity, we're in this uncomfortable spot over there in Haven. You very much saw them struggle in so many ways. They had seemingly either they had a game plan and it was absolutely obliterated by how much room was taken from the guys over there on the coast, or alternatively it was just not their map. But Ascent it is, and we'll dive into statistics in a second.
Yeah.
For now, it's, you know, I don't know how much pressure. I would like to know how much pressure is onto Luminosity right now, because you wouldn't sign this team, usually called as mix-up, if you wouldn't have some trust in them really representing your brand.
Look, I think at this point both teams are feeling the pressure, and they're feeling the burnout, honestly, right? They both fought like grueling best of threes earlier today to get here. They had to play 3 best of threes yesterday, and now they're going into their 3rd map again. So if we get in overtime, like, everything will pile up to be the absolute pinnacle here. Now, interestingly enough, we're going back to the exact same comps these two teams ran back on Haven. That was the map that Beast Coast were able to come out on top from. So Elevate is going to be on his Breach, and I thought his Breach performance was significantly better than his Cypher. Cypher didn't look too comfortable in his hands. TiGG is going to be on the Killjoy one more time. And then on the other side of things, YaBoiDre is switching back, sorry, not YaBoiDre, Thief is switching back to the Reyna after a really stellar performance on the Raze on Bind. So hopefully all that confidence goes back over to the Frag Master on Reyna, because on Reyna, you have to be winning your duels in order to make that agent work.
Yeah, I think Ksiaze actually listened to the same Billie Eilish song as you did earlier. Pretty much vibing up in the air.
Yeah, I love it. Get the
right.
cat jams enabled. No cat jams enabled in this chat. I think that's the biggest failing we've had on the day. Otherwise, big fan of the observing the production, everything going into it. Been a super pleasure. Been super easy to cast.
Absolutely. Exclamation mark production brings to the free lads who guided you through this outstanding journey, but we're far away from done. Elevate already ready to deny
He's ready
any
for the
possible
dart.
Yeah, he is. Immediately just fully denied it, but Thief is already around the corner, and he says, thank you for destroying the dart, but it didn't bring you anywhere, did it?
And that's rough too. Thief now with 150 HP. The door's getting close. He tries to get. What is happening? He's like, wait, why'd you guys close the door? I was trying to get through there. There was a man I'm trying to shoot. What are you doing, team? He's gonna be waiting outside there for the time being. But once again, Luminosity looking so good on the pistols. That's another one for Thief.
I mean, you have to say right there, it was pretty much nothing else than the bouncer saying, you're not getting any further, wrong dress code, mate. And, well, he had to stay out of the B side right here. It's the first one coming in for Luminosity. It is legitimately 0 frags found for Beast Coast in this pistol, but it's the initial one. Doesn't have to say a thing, doesn't need to mean anything.
But it does mean something. It does say something, because Beast Coast, in their mind, all 5 of them are thinking back and they're like, wait a second, didn't we get flawless in the pistol round on Bind last map? Like, that's what happened to them, right? And like, it's those kinds of rounds you remember, you know? So they're gonna have to shake that one off for sure here. Especially as Luminosity switch it up and now look to hit over towards that A site. We're actually going to see really early rotations come out from Beast Coast just off the information that the drone is here. I like this on the pistols. Full commit back over to the ice site and see what you can do stacked up as a team.
Darts in the body, and well, for a moment we saw where they went. As mada starting off good. Luminosity on the right track at that point in time. jammyz nearby could still look for that right click.
The right click is nasty.
There you go. And switches sides. Gets a weapon for free.
Spectre.
Makes that work.
jammyz is on fire. Talk about the trade-ups last half, or last map. We saw him go from a shorty to a phantom and a quad kill.
Oh no, no.
It's a classic to a Spectre.
Oh, and aproto had a free kill, but either way, bdog, yep, saw him, has all the information. aproto says, let's play the mind games. Can't find the kill. Yes, indeed. Second one is waiting back in spawn. Uses the cam. Is destroyed, but it's enough to find YaBoiDre. And the bomb, more likely the spike. It's the ground, deep down on the stairs. Easy vision, and most likely no entry for beastcoast at that point.
Man's got a hashtag for a crosshair. Not sure how I feel about that, but it's good enough for a couple of kills. jammyz, he was able to get the Spectre, and I mean, he's going to have enough to get a rifle next round. So he's going to go for this. Maybe try to pick off some stragglers at the very least. Slowly work his way onto site, but aproto gets him on the timing there, swings out, and we'll be able to finish him off for the second round. Still 3 kills there for beastcoast. It is going to be a big win for them. jammyz was able to finish off a couple there. And this is the hashtag I'm talking about. I don't know if he's trying to play tic-tac-toe, if he's trying to make some sort of a big play, get it posted online or something like that, but either way, it's good enough for the round.
I have to tell you, he had this the entire game so far.
Yeah, he's had it for the whole series. I just haven't called it to my attention yet. This is the first time I've really crossed my mind.
I very much hope that you will, well, don't fall asleep with nightmares at 7 a.m. in the morning with this hashtag crosshair. In the meantime, very much big control that right now beastcoast wants to take over on.
But I really like that trade. aproto was able to get 120 damage down on to YaBoiDre. So while Jett dashes out of there, and it looked like it was a good play from beastcoast, it's still an overall win in the chip trade from Luminosity.
True, and this once more makes Raze being put in the position where either you have to commit yourself to be the entry and the bait, or unfortunately lose all your abilities and stay passive. Either way, the alarm bot is ticking and puts one into vulnerable. Uncomfortable spot. aproto tries his best. Cage has been dropped, but can't find the frag. beastcoast are up by 1, but Thief knows how to trade.
This is going to be a tough one for beastcoast to retake the site. They've got no one on the flanks. They're all playing through heaven at the moment. 4 players stacked on up, and Ksiaze popped on up to get 1 kill before being traded down. It's now a 3v3 situation, but again, YaBoiDre very low. He gets the nade though, traps mada in hell. And now there's just one more down that they have to deal with, and that player by generator.
Thief is looking to hold down the sights. Yes, it is Stellar who gets the one who wants to drop. Oh man, YaBoiDre is really unfortunately not on point as much as we saw him here on the first map. 3-0 is an outstanding start. All smooth and, well, the entire machine well-oiled. No steam, no disgusting goo or anything. It's all just running smooth.
Okay, I was wondering where that was going for just a second there.
All good, all good.
Got there in the end. You can say that for sure. bdog's got a bucky. It's ready to go. Must have slammed someone in the face in tree, but doesn't look like Luminosity are going to be playing around there for the time being. Just a lot of mid pressure from them, and the blade storm to come out from beastcoast. jammyz actually jumped all the way down there into the cellar, into the wine cellar, but I mean, they heard him for sure.
Yep, they definitely heard them for sure. Is that giving them anything, though? That's a relevant question. Elevate once more in a very sinister spot, weaponry-wise. The equipment is not giving them anything, and as Luminosity has not fully decided yet, it seems to go down short. Again, it's the bucky, but it seems like the daggers prove to be more effective.
Yeah, and that's going to put a Phantom on the ground for YaBoiDre to go ahead and pick up.
Oh,
so a good little switcheroo from them. TiGG now stranded on B side all alone. There's a lot of players on the way. He's going to fall back all the way to Boathouse, but getting spammed through the walls. He's able to get one, actually. That's huge.
Yeah, that's really huge, and it's far away from done by now. Still, the defense is going. Finally, the bucky finds the frag, and as YaBoiDre comes in from behind, the bullets in the back will put Stellar to the ground as he kisses Cobblestone back in market.
Nothing better than a thrifty to get the momentum going back for beastcoast there. I mean, TiGG came up clutch with the deagle right there, playing B side all alone. Also, jammyz and that blade storm helped donate some guns over to the rest of their team. So, jammyz gonna be rocking the operator this round. Can't be full purchases over on the side of Luminosity, although Ksiaze will, of course, have the blade storm. And Thief just looking to pick up one of the guns of his fallen comrades here. It's going to be a lot of players committed over towards that A site. That's exactly where all this Killjoy utility is going to be dropped on the ground. And that's a big deal for beastcoast, making sure that Luminosity walk into all those nades. Although with that drone going through, they do know that this is the site Killjoy is set up and ready to attack them on.
Once more waiting for the dart to actually appear. But it's the patience this time from Luminosity. It's slow-paced play, going over short this time. You see the mid-smoke's about to fade anytime soon. And Mada is looking for his free frags. Is he going to find any is the question. Nope, not at the moment, but the blades are coming in the face of Dre. The man stands no chance, and it might be just the A side totally overrun. As Ksiaze once more with a bit of a blade storm could find another one as under heaven, it's bdog eating all of them.
Ksiaze with a great entrance right there, but Elevate does show up here. So on the small buy from Luminosity, they're able to take over the A side, but jammyz, he's got an op to work with. That's going to be hard to retake this site. Might need to trade that one out here, and Elevate has to win his fight. He doesn't against Thief, and now jammyz is in the 1v3.
Now the opportunity to make it man equalize turns out to actually make it all just worse and worse. Oh man, one guy gonna save a $5,000 rifle. This sounds like a tough mission as he has
I don't know if he
swiftly
can
escape.
actually save. The hunt is on. You can hear Thief is
Hunt
sprinting
is
after
very much
jammyz.
on.
They know he headed through market over towards the B site, and he's about to be greeted with a couple of enemy players. Gets the first kill. That'll be good for him. That may be enough for him to escape, but look, it is the collapse on two fronts from Luminosity. He's just hiding right here.
Yeah, he might be hiding and he might just try to get the first one, but how much of a cheap trick is it? Ksiaze is taking his time, needs to find the kill. He's still alive. He is still alive. He made it.
Okay, he holds on to the weapon. That is a crucial weapon to hold on to. What is that? That's right next to Asa. I didn't know it looked like that on the inside. It's wild. You learn something new every day.
Gelato.
The unfortunate destruction. What's to come in the Radianite apocalypse. I don't know exactly what they call it in the lore, but it's something like that, I'm sure.
Is there a real lore?
There's real lore, dude. Why do you think Venice is rising?
I know, I just want to play Valorant, dude.
Whoa, look at Jett go flying there.
No.
Oh man, that was funny. I wouldn't even be surprised if Jett took a little bit of damage on the fall from that one.
True, but see a lot of room taken towards B main again. Forces them to actually take the fast round over to A. Present it is in the minds of beastcoast. They're not leaving the door that wide open, but suddenly it's all slow. The drone is leading the charge, and possibly it might be an abort coming in.
Yeah, good view on those double Molotovs on the ground, so if this push does come through tree, those will instantly pop and delay the inevitable push in from Luminosity. That would be pretty problematic for them if they're trying to do a split A attack through A main. Would definitely leave a couple of players caught off guard if Ksiaze were to dash onto the side or something like that. But instead, they're going to refocus their efforts towards mid, looking to split towards this B site, maybe through market, maybe push deeper in towards spawn. YaBoiDre is going to be holding this angle to see if any players do push across.
And I very much try to annex market anytime
30
soon.
seconds left.
Be anarchy breaking out on the B sites.
They're going to have to commit now, not a lot of time.
Yeah, true. It's really the stinky pizza is getting even worse and worse. It's getting bad actually. At that point in time, the push gets clean. jammyz just moves right second, but is YaBoiDre failing to hold anyone from that rotation? They take the room, they take the site, and they take the spike.
Oh no! And they've got so much time to go on the hunt for this op. Like last round, the spike had already exploded. You know, it was a 3v1. Now it's a 5v1, and that spike just went down. So jammyz is almost impossible to actually hold on to this operator, and that is going to be grim news for beastcoast. He wasn't able to make it work, wasn't able to find any kills with it in this round, and now they're coming at him from every possible angle.
No. Beautiful first one, but yeah, you can't survive.
It was always going to be one and done there. It was always just going to be the one and then traded out, barring some sort of misplay from the side of Luminosity. They're going to hand that operator over to Ksiaze. Okay. What can beastcoast do here? Not a whole lot. Still just that Bucky gaming from bdog. He loves it. Gonna be rocking in the same place, playing over towards tree. You know, if it works, it works. There was a round back on Bind even where beastcoast were able to come up clutch. He was able to get a kill or two with that Bucky, so might as well keep running it back. Not too much of an investment there.
I have to say it's a little bit absurd considering that Luminosity and also beastcoast had to play 2 overtimes in both of their previous best of 3s. And now it's, well,
now they're here on a map 3 again.
Yeah, sure, but I mean, both have really not even seen anyone enter double digits. I mean, the opponent enter double digits. a clear sweep so far from Luminosity. Not too many errors we see. One round has been given away, surely, but
I know exactly.
they got it under control pretty much.
Oh, that's a good crossfire from bdog with the Bucky. He finds a couple there, and that's some crucial weapons into the hands of Beast Coast. It's hard to say, though, who actually had armor. Ksiaze is already very, very low, and that means a right-click Bucky from pretty much any range. That's going to be able to finish off this operator. That's a big deal.
Maybe it seems like even a right-click classic could do so, but aproto doing himself a major favor by putting a bit more stress onto Beast Coast, but because those angles are just getting tight, no chance. Cypher is not even pulling his hat off for that one, all just individually done, and aproto is making a statement. You might just try to take out a few of my lads, but I'm gonna finish it all on my own, and Luminosity with the 6th. See Cypher lead that scoreboard.
A 4-shot salute into the sky as well. Signaled the ace from aproto. I mean, that flank was just absolutely deadly coming in from behind right there. And that round was always going to be hard for Beast Coast. Even with the numbers advantage, you know, they didn't have necessarily the equipment or the armor invested into pre-round to make things work out for them. So Beast Coast will once again go into yet another round. Light armor on TiGG and jammyz, but a couple of ultimates ready to go. They have that lockdown from Killjoy to slow down the advance in towards a site. But again, Luminosity have been very patient, slowly creeping up onto the site they eventually want to attack and then explode in just an instant. So it's hard to make great use of that lockdown because it's not like you're just shutting down a rush right off the bat. It's usually a bit of information gathering and then pulling the trigger. And a lockdown like that, you can rush out and hopefully punish here from Luminosity.
Now, I mean, there you go.
Speaking of,
that was your lockdown. That was your lockdown. Here you go. That's gone. And bdog, well, pretty much showing that he's the A player for sure as he runs away from the action and knows that his points of health are not really giving him a good advantage. You see him push that far back. He might be predictable. I'm not quite sure, but it has been aborted immediately. So Luminosity, right in the situation where they have a man disadvantage, but still got the spike down.
And the thing is, they have a tripwire that's guarding their flank too. No one from Beast Coast is flanking. They know they're all going to be coming either from heaven or tree. Elevate tries to concuss, throw down a nade, but these smokes are going to make it hard. jammyz is going to have to push forward. It's going to work out for him. 3v2.
Oh, it does, but nope, that's not the quickscope you were expecting. Doesn't work in the end, and so you don't need the lockdown to get that site once more back under your control. Beast Coast, bring it home. Second one, finally. They seem to be somewhat present, but now it's about the consecutive ones. You can't just leave them all scattered because you have to consistently make a statement that you are present and that you're not here for a stinky cheese and a dinner.
No cheese on this one. Just a bit of a aggressive dinner, right? I don't really know why the dolphin, if that's what we're gonna call it, has a dagger in his hands. I don't know what the Kevlar is doing on the bear either. I thought maybe they thought they were on a date, but really they're both trained assassins hired to kill each other. I don't know. It's a bit wild, but the wine has definitely been brought out in full force. jammyz gets forced off the angle, but everyone gets forced off the angle on patch 112. Everyone's getting flash. Everyone's getting knocked back a tag.
As finally the frag comes in, my goodness. I mean, this brain is splattered all over the place. Brilliant stuff from Beast Coast. As though it is Stellar still bringing something in. The aproto coming around the corner. This guy has really no chill at the moment. He does not know where the breaks are. He's just hitting full throttle the entire time. And this combination is not successful enough for now.
Oh, he's making noise though, coming around the corner. What? Does YaBoiDre not hear that? What's going on here? Hey, Proto's got the silencer on his boots. I don't even know how that's supposed to work, but he gets a kill. And he had the information that there was another player on this B site. Was expecting the quicker rotation through market or through spawn, but I like the way that TiGG is playing this. Slipping through B main. No, but the timing is too good. A Proto
can't be the case. Suddenly, no! aproto does it! You got to be kidding me! What in God's name was in this kid's breakfast? Because something made him a beast. 17 kills. He rocks, and we only played 9 rounds. This was the absurd kill, though. I didn't get this.
It's just unreal. It's an ace into a quad kill. Back-to-back rounds. The man is just built different here on Ascent. aproto with 17 kills in just 9 rounds in these clutch situations. Absolutely on point. Crosshair exactly where it needs to be. Timing exactly when it needs to be. That is what this map has looked like for LG, who gets another, but YaBoiDre trades big with 2 off the showstopper.
It was about time to see presence. So, West Coast probably with their best chance to once more get a 3rd round. This time, by the way, there's nobody called Cypher. There's nobody who's possibly getting an ace, but mada is still there to fight. And definitely that Sova Omen combination has a good chance of getting some room.
All right, so the market player is protected as far as information given is concerned. So the push forward here may not be expected. YaBoiDre, how far does it go though?
Cover going
I think he's just going to hang out in lower mid for the time being. He's considering his options, pushing through, takes a quick peek, switches over to the other side. And now Luminosity are going to end up committing towards the B site. No one is playing on this site for the time being, but you have to keep in mind there is a lockdown ready to go. A lot of dead fish on the ground. Not sure how I feel about that. Going to waste for the time being. The smokes have now sold. This will be a B hit. And Beast Coast going to slow things down. Wait for Killjoy to get over here, and then come for the retake.
Very much need. And again, it is a scenario that seemed so unwinnable, but they still get that spike down.
Planted.
And this concerns me. This really, really concerns me. Time to put the ult down, TiGG.
Yep. You put it in the wall. It can't be penned right there. That's going to clear the entire site. Force Luminosity out into the waiting arms of Beast Coast. There is nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. They have to push this ult.
Yeah, and as they push, TiGG got them all locked down. Here you saw it from the outside. Brilliant angle. And again, I have to say, all those rounds, all those situations where it looked like, yeah, sure, I mean, this is all fine. This is looking like it's gonna be all dandy for Beast Coast. It ain't happening that easily. Luminosity is really always stacking up a slight bit to put pressure on them.
Beast Coast still have the opportunity, though, to make it 5 on the half, so it's definitely doable. This round, you forget how crazy it was at the start with YaBoiDre getting the double showstopper, because it really did slow down after that, but you can see that that lockdown is just so powerful. You need an Op, an Odin, an Ares, or a Sheriff in order to deal with that without pushing it and, you know, just trying to spam it through the wall. So none of those in the inventory of the remaining Luminosity players makes it a pretty easy round for them. And now jammyz had to waste a boost. Don't know how I feel about that. He just changed his mind depending on where he was gonna play. Look at the flash though. YaBoiDre trades 2.
What a trade. Absolutely nasty what we're experiencing in that. And Luminosity are suddenly not at the point they used to be a few rounds ago, where pure dominance was their case. Aproto still coming around the corner like that. I mean, this guy is made out of something different. Tell me what you want, but yep, they did. Oh, one noticed.
If that was a proto that noticed first, that's a winnable round for Luminosity. Now it's looking a whole lot tougher with Thief on 65 HP. There's not holding the angle if he ends up going for the jump up, but I don't think you want to take that risk.
Spike planted.
Spike planted will be enough for them, and they have that Sova ult to play off-site. The problem is with the flank coming through, they can't play off-site. They have to play underneath hell. And this is where TiGG shows up big for 1, probably 2.
Oh, that's what much more should come out of them. As I say that, mada, a brilliant frack on jammyz, but case closed. Here we go. It is round number 4 for Beast Coast, and well, we talked about something that seemed so clean for Luminosity. A few rounds ago, they were really so much in the driver's seat, but they lose traction.
Last round before the half.
Definitely have. We see this play one more time. It was almost 3 kills. I was about to lose my mind if that was 3. It's just against pistols, but just the fact that it was a flash onto 4 players and then all 3 in the exact line, just ready to take their names one by one by one. And, well, round looking much more doable now for Beast Coast here. 5 rounds on defense wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for them to take into the second half of the round. The Blade Storm will be out on Beast Coast Jett. That's an operator too, so has a tool for every situation. Does jammyz.
YaBoiDre is really the man we saw over there on Haven step up massively, really delivered the frags at any circumstance, but things have changed ever since. Still, definitely a man who's capable individually to do so, but all the information has been given. bdog knows how to reply. Oh god, Thief was so sure he got that frag, so sure he would experience a bit of success, but it ain't happening.
jammyz, he got 2 kills with a Blade Storm. It's now a 2 versus 2, and Elevate has the Rolling Thunder. The spike is going to be planted, but that ultimate is so good at clearing B side, but it's aproto on the flank one more time. We'll set it up for the ultimate 1v1. jammyz versus...
Playing around? Oh, did he see his blonde haircut? I'm not quite sure if he saw 1 or 2 hair of him, but he's
Mada
still
versus
sticking in
jammyz.
the same direction.
Oh no!
It's enough.
He went for the left clicks. A right click there gets the kill for jammyz, but he didn't want to take any chances.
Switching
And that
sides.
extra half second of time gives Mada the amount of time he needs to secure the headshot onto jammyz and secure an 8th round for Luminosity.
You hate it. You absolutely hate it. I mean, that's disgusting work, and that in the end brings them the 8th. It's time for a side switch. It's time to see how good aproto, who by the way sits there on 20 frags, and co can come up when it's their time to lock the site.
You can add up the frags of Thief, Mada, and Stellar, and it still wouldn't match aproto. He's just having a game for himself right here. He is single-handedly picking up Luminosity and carrying them into first strike. Now Beast Coast on attack. This is where they feel at home. This is where they feel comfortable. And they're just sprinting down mid, not even slowing it down at all. But TiGG is already down. They know there's 2 players on A site at least. That's going to signal the quick B hit.
It's a swift B hit, and so Stellar, as suddenly mada is blind as well, still have the man advantage for themselves. And as Omen hides within his smoke, isn't that a bit too obvious? Yeah, I just wanted to say that would have been a cheap trick, wouldn't it?
Yeah, he didn't have a lot of time to try and escape from that one, but so low HP bars rather on bdog and Dre here. It's hard to even put the spike on the ground for fear of getting spammed through everything. The blinds come out and bdog is down. LG secure another pistol round, and they've just been so good at this. They've won the last 4 pistols in a row. I think they might have even won one of the 5th one, the 2nd pistol on Haven as well. They've been real clean on those. That sets them up very nicely now. Beast Coast in a lot of trouble.
The team's absolutely in the right spot. The team's absolutely in the right spot to finally find their way over.
Yes, this should do.
Into the first strike universe. I also heard this will be right now the game versus NRG they're playing afterwards, but right now they just have to focus on this one as it's everybody here on the side of Luminosity getting those kills. But still, I mean, the decision to the B side is a bit odd, isn't it?
It is. I mean, they're getting the spike down, right? And that's really what you need on a second round. Any other kills is going to be great. bdog has an Ares. He's going to slice Ksiaze out of the air. Ultimately, it's a little bit too tough. He thought he had the kill. He turned away. But the Ares needs a couple extra in the tank there to be able to secure it for you. 3 kills, though. Still good enough for Beast Coast, but they have to turn it on from here on out.
We hear the spam of the attack right there happening. YaBoiDre and co. The big problem right here, see from Beast Coast is a quick look at the scoreboard tells us that heavy lifting is done by 2. And I mean, sure, Raze and Jett are individuals that really perform frag-wise. Sure, no problem. But there's a big margin right now between all of them.
Certainly is. Trying to piece together what exactly Beast Coast can do here, because TiGG's been playing Lurk for them, as was working for them on Haven, but he's been chipped out a couple times. aproto had his number. There was the push out of A main from a couple of Luminosity players that also was able to take him down, and if that flank really isn't working, that makes the post-plant situation a little bit more difficult here for Beast Coast, and that Lurk really not pay out. Oh, that's a good nade, but Jett's a little bit unfair, isn't she? She can dodge away from so many of those crucial abilities. No other agent could have escaped there. Maybe Omen if he's quick enough on the TP, but Stellar had his gun out. Not able to win the 1v1. jammyz just puts a whole clip in him before knocking him to the floor.
And 6 rounds difference. You know, it sounds like a lot, but that margin is destroyed before you even blink. Could become a problem for Luminosity, but we're far away. We're far away from that position yet. Mada's interested in finding out what's coming towards him as he will try to use his
that could be huge!
30 seconds
But it's not good enough. Mada had the lineup, but a Vandal through the smoke is too good for him. Now Luminosity, just 3 players on the board here. No ults, nothing like that to work with. TiGG's going to be the first engagement. TiGG wins this. Round's pretty unwinnable for Luminosity. TiGG loses. Maybe there's something they can do to chip out a couple of these players.
Could have been a reasonable choice to right now actually go for the safe. Unfortunately, no vision on the economy right now. Doesn't change the matter of fact, they'll still go for it. And here's the denial for aproto. The killing machine off the Luminosity side has been pretty much the clear signal. You'll save. And reasonable choice in my eyes, Ender. This is,
Yeah.
That's the point where you have to bring it through.
Yeah, you know, I will say, I feel like the B site on Ascent is very unique in the sense that it's sort of like sunken, right? You can't escape from it. You have to like go out in 2 very obvious directions if you're actually playing on site. So it's one of the easier sites to sort of camp the exits to, you know, and really try to secure some exit kills, remove some of those rifles going into the second round. You can see that explosion range soaks up everything in its wake. Completely ruins it there. So not this time. Won't be the play for Luminosity, trying to pick up some of those kills on the outside, but will always be one of those options if you're in a post-plant situation where it feels pretty hopeless to actually go for a kill, and maybe you have enough money to carry your way into the next round. You don't have to go for a save yourself. Try to damage the economy of your opponents can always be a good play when that spikes down on B on Ascent.
It's getting windy over here on Ascent. And, well, in which direction it blows, we'll find out about it. It's all just so undetermined. And as I say so, I mean, he was running into it. He knew what was expecting him. YaBoiDre finds a great frag. Luminosity will still try to hunt, but with the weaponry in hand, it's just a shooting gallery. And bdog has decided to practice.
Thief was playing there like he had an extra life, you know? You could just go ahead and he had his save point over by tree. You could stop, refresh that, go back. But that's not how Valorant works. It's how Reyna works if you can get the kill, but probably not so likely with the classic on that. Vandal for mada. What can you remove from Beast Coast? Regardless, Beast Coast is going to feel a whole lot more confident with the rounds they've been able to string together here. They only finished with 3 on attack, or 4 rather. They're almost able to push it up towards 5, but now they've got a couple to their name.
This is definitely right now the moment where you get a lot of the confidence back into your spot. And the thing is, this is for both parties a game which has been really carried by 1 or 2 individuals, where finally though it seems like Beast Coast see some of those guys bounce back. I mean, bdog, for example, here also in the double digits range comes back in the spot where he should be, where we saw him play individually.
Yeah, I have my eyes on Elevate, because I thought his Haven play was quite good, and granted, a lot of the time on Breach, you're going to be flashing for your teammates to get in there, but not performing too well on the scoreboard. Here we go, YaBoiDre way deep into the site, but no one's playing down low except for Thief, who gets the kill and dismisses out. That's a good start here for Luminosity.
As you see, talking about a good start, Stellar continues to keep this up as a story and a streak. It could be the 11th. Poor jammyz has no chance, no option, nowhere to go when the escape has been cut off. And the worst for me right here, Ender, 4 ults. 4 ultimates.
You know, I will say this goes back to our Haven discussion. If you look at the ultimates available to Luminosity, they're not the most powerful tools possible. Right,
yes,
like that's the silver lining here for Beast Coast, apart from that Omen ultimate, which of course can be absolutely deadly. But then you consider, well, it's going to be largely a full buy for Beast Coast, apart from jammyz, who again, he has his Blade Storm. This is always what jammyz does. He gets the Stinger in case he right clicks and maybe it turns into trouble. He wastes some of those dags. The Stinger's that cheap buy to give him that close range burst. The dags don't pan out from long range. Don't think too much chip damage came through there, but jammyz is playing without fear. Oh, I love it.
mean, he really has no fear. He's just pushing through that. Still, none of those daggers connect. He still tries to push through. Does he even see anything? Nope, absolutely not. But he really had the vision to actually go through. Didn't lose any of his orientation.
Wow.
Bounce back.
I mean, he only had
didn't know
one
where he
dagger at
was.
the end, right? He was trying to get the spam through the smoke. It didn't quite work out for him, so now he's going to be on that stinger and has one dagger. Would have to be a headshot in order to give him that reset, but I think a stinger, if he can pick up a gun from an enemy or an ally, either way, he's going to be pretty happy here. East Coast have slowed things down. Looking to re-hit towards A site now. In the meantime, while all that was happening, hey, look at that. TiGG's got his ultimate. I think he picked up an orb. Maybe that was over towards B, but the lockdown is ready to go, and it looks like maybe he uses that as a
Yeah, he's
distraction
faking
tool
it.
over towards B. Pull all the players of Luminosity over,
30
and that's going to give
seconds
you a
left.
free A site.
Oh, this is a gamble, though, because it's a viable tool, right? But look how he draws all the attention away, which doesn't change the matter of fact.
But the thing is, there's a Sova there, so it's not a full fake. There's still two players here, and the Empress to come out. That's one kill, and Stellar playing in the smokes.
Uh-oh.
10 seconds
you know,
left.
he's on 2 points of health, but I'm really, really intimidated.
7
And that's
seconds,
the time,
6 seconds,
That's the
5.
time for you. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. No, they fully denied it. And the lockdown could have helped. The fake was absolutely deteriorated. It exploded, and it didn't work in the end. Luminosity with a
Match
final
point.
second save.
It's just the patience. Luminosity not getting baited over. They say lockdown goes on. Okay, 2 of our A players go over towards B. We've still got 2 here. And of course, that Sova ultimate. When you are fighting against that clock, the Sova ult from long range, he had the guess right. He knew exactly where that plant was going down. Stopped it once, stopped it twice. It's huge play from him and the rest of the crew. Mada shows up. Luminosity up to 12 rounds. Beast Coast have to win 6 in a row to send us to overtime. Just 1 round win for Luminosity, and they qualify for first strike.
What a disaster. What a disaster that round was, but it's still 6 rounds in a row. Possible, winnable. It's not done yet, as though aproto finally falls after he got his 27 frag by now.
You know what?
This is a man disadvantage. Go
Star
ahead.
player down from Luminosity. Beast Coast going to feel a little bit better. Aproto's been having
Definitely.
a day, but he's not going to have an impact in this round. So he's getting aggressive over towards Katniss, dealt with by YaBoiDre.
There you go. Knock, knock.
Enemy
Dog, much better. That's exactly
Yeah.
what you need to see. The blind comes in, Stellar goes straight to hell. 7th round on the board for Beast Coast.
What a vital round. What an absolutely crucial moment to bounce back and get the confidence back into it. Mada is on the Odin. We see the operator on the hands for Ksiaze. And the rest of the crew right now has to once more fight with full force. Fire on every single cylinder, and you're good to go. Because we saw the defense really strongly approaching an individual level where nobody can really hold up with it there on the side of Beast Coast.
Heading in to the 20th round here. It's interesting. We've seen Thief do this a couple times. When his team full buys, Thief buys absolutely nothing. Just with a base pistol. Last time he sprinted out through mid to get some info, maybe try his luck. Won't do the same thing this round. The Rolling Thunder is ready to go for Beast Coast. I think Beast Coast always love to use that if they can in a post-plant situation, but
Oh no.
maybe you just need to go for that. Thief actually upgraded, so it looked like he was buying nothing. He has a Spectre and heavy armor, and he dodges the Rolling Thunder. 1 kill is good.
And he has a good bit of short information. I mean, it's clear. That's obviously an A-side hit. I think nothing too crazy about it. A pro, though, can't do much more than 1. As he could have possibly waited for teammates, but I mean, it is what it is. Mada is going too fast.
Watch
And look at the
flank.
weapon from Ksiaze. I know, but is it enough? Because there's still the drone.
It could be.
He smoked the drone. He smoked the drone. This is actually a possibility now.
It's possible to do. He's able to sneak under the turret. They don't expect it. He
He did
gets
that.
1.
This is intelligent. 200 IQ proves to work, as still the frags have to come down here, Ender. It is, though, finally Stellar falling, but what a way to dodge the tiny little machine.
It's close. These rounds
close.
are real close, and that's going to force Luminosity to save up by a little bit. Stellar, make sure they can buy in the next round, but man, oh man, that flank almost did it. Dodging, you know, going straight underneath. Oh man, that turret almost paid off. If he was able to see maybe 2 of them before firing the first shot, that does it. But he had to try his luck on the first one and then was traded out pretty easily there. So Rolling Thunder was used, that'll be the benefit, and as always in an eco, it seems like if Jets are fragging, they're always gonna have the Blade Storm ready to go when their team can't buy. jammyz having a tough time with the mechanics, jumping from a bike to a box. And he's gonna give up on that one real quick.
Give me some 4 wheels, come on.
Man, never did BMX as a kid growing up, that much is evident.
Sure.
But apparently he can fly. I don't know, it doesn't make much sense to me.
Is that helpful for BMX, actually?
Instead of learning to ride a bike, you learn to fly. I don't know. My
think there
parents
are
never taught me
definitely
that, and I'm a
downsides.
little jealous, I'll be honest.
Can your parents fly, though, is the question.
Never asked them. Never asked them that.
I
Mom?
feel we'll
My
find
mom's
out.
watching. Hey, Mom, can you fly? All right, let's get into the round.
Back from flying with parents to actually flying into the first strike series as aproto is finding a double with millimeter precision. This man has no chill.
TiGG keeps getting away with it. You have
absolutely
got
ridiculous.
to be kidding me. Aproto every single